What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 46 of the ControllerCast. We're almost to 50, everybody. Let's give it a hand. Let's give a hand for 50. Almost 50. 46 is pretty close.
Yeah.
We're officially at the point where we can round up comfortably now.
We might make it potentially.
We might make it. We'll see. So I am joined here by Mr. Talkophobia Wood. And the party animal, Ursel.
The drunkard. One might say.
One could say, but you never know. So, John, how was your week?
My week was fantastic because Fortnite got rid of building. At first, I didn't know how I felt about it. I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, how am I going to cover myself when I'm getting shot at and just delay the process of dying? How am I going to do that? But now I'm starting to like it. I think tomorrow, but the day this comes out, there might be building again. I don't know how long it's going to be no building in Fortnite, but
I think it's a week and a half.
A week and a half.
It'll probably be when they do the next season challenge update.
When's the reset? Yeah, when's the reset happen?
Thursday.
Yeah, I think it's until then.
I could see that. But yeah, the new Fortnite season came out the day that we recorded our last episode. So I've been grinding that, with Andrew. Ursul's been on it quite a bit too, actually. Casey and Jared. And my friend Ricky. We've been playing quite a bit.
Ricky.
Yeah. Shout out Ricky if you're listening. So that's been a lot of fun, and that's taken up a lot of our free time this week. Did watch the main topic of this week. Do Look Down.
What a unique activity.
Netflix film. What?
I said, what a unique activity.
I know. It's like I'm the only one that watched it. And then what else did we do? Casey took us out for sushi last weekend, right after the podcast. That was really good. We went to Blue, so kind of basic, but always a good time. And then shout out Amanda, my sister Amanda. We met her and my brother-in-law David for dinner at Moolah. And I don't know, dude. I don't know if Moolah or Taco Go is better. They're owned by the same person.
They don't even make the same kind of tacos.
I know, but I'm trying to they're both in the same category, I feel like.
Well, yeah, a place that makes tacos.
Yeah, but
I mean, those are honestly my favorite tacos in Omaha were probably Taqueria El Rey.
I really like margaritas in Omaha.
Margaritas. That place is really good. They got really good meat.
But Moolah was really, really good.
Moolah is really good.
We went during happy hour and we spent like $50. That was it. And Casey got like a couple of dishes, and then we got elotes. I got 4 tacos. I got 2 margs, and the margs during happy hour are half price. They're like $5 a pop. So that was a really good deal. And honestly, I'm trying to think, that was pretty much the most eventful thing that happened this week. Went to lunch with my dad yesterday. Yesterday being Friday. This episode will come out Sunday, but that was a good time. And yeah, just played a ton of Fortnite. That was pretty much it. What about you, drunkard?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't drink.
Ursul's favorite song is Party Monster by The Weeknd.
That's true. You don't drink.
Yeah, I drink water.
Water only.
Club soda. I really like orange juice. I drank some milk this week.
So you're a drinkard, not a drunkard.
Yeah.
One who drinks, not one who drunks.
Yeah. I had some diet.
Dr. Kelp.
I had Diet Dr. Pepper. That was pretty
Ew.
tasty.
Ugh.
And then I also had Diet Coke. It was
Controller
pretty.
Cast does not condone drinking diet soda.
Yeah, I do not endorse that.
Just
I do not endorse it either. It was one of those. Why is this in my fridge? I'll drink it just because it's carbonated kind of thing.
Oh
But
yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Might as well
about
drink
it.
LaCroix, bro.
Hey, yeah, Taylor,
Oh,
Taylor,
LaCroix.
Taylor, who got the Diet Coke and Dr. Pepper?
Jim got the Diet Coke and my mom got the Dr. Pepper.
There you go. Answer. There you go.
But you drank it.
Well, I mean,
You
Tana's
ca-
mom isn't here,
Well,
so someone's got to
Why
drink
would
it.
I listen to you?
So there you go. Mystery solved. Hot air. But besides that, let's think about what I've been doing. I was right on the money, right on the fucking money with the Kirby Metacritic.
Oh
Put
yeah.
that out there.
15 hours. I
Uh,
would like to interject. I follow this YouTuber that's a huge Kirby fan, and he 100% of the game this morning, and it literally came out yesterday. So,
brother.
I've just heard the game is like just brain dead easy.
it seems like it's like a proof of concept game rather than like an actual like full package. This is what I gathered from the reviews I read.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I'm
good.
so excited to play it. I am going to be renting it soon. I don't know why I didn't put it in my queue like a couple days ago. I was dumb. But it's in my queue now. And it will hopefully get sent out soon. And yeah, no, that was I am still excited to play that, just to play something else on my Switch, get some use out of that.
Why don't you play Apex Legends on your Switch?
Because I'm not a fucking ape.
A fucking Neanderthal caveman.
Yeah. Yeah, this dude tried to play Fortnite on his Switch this week, and
I got two.
Oh, I
dubs in a
did.
row, though.
I got 2 dubs on my Switch this week, which is
real-
my highest accomplishment that I can name on my Fortnite career.
real Neanderthal activity from these two. But yeah, I also have been playing a lot of Fortnite this week, just off of the update with no building, which makes me like the game a whole lot more. My only con about it is that I think it does expose a little bit that Fortnite
People are bad.
Yeah, that, but also I think it does expose a little bit that Fortnite's gunplay mechanics aren't as good as some other games, but I do think that I still enjoy the game personally, but like as a whole more now that building isn't there. But yeah, but I hope they can maybe make a few adjustments to like how the aiming feels and things like that, because sometimes I feel like, I don't know, like the shots, like I'm just missing them by like just a second, or not a second, like a millimeter. Like,
yeah,
there is a few times
aiming for auto, or he's begging for auto aim. Is what I hear.
Like, I'm a pretty good aimer, okay? And
you actually are. You are.
There's been a lot of times where like the aim, like the crosshairs are like totally engulfed by people, and I still miss them, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like
whatever.
the travel time of the bullet.
I didn't want that to hit anyways.
That's actually you just saying that, and it just made me remember why it feels like that. It's because Fortnite has this thing in a mechanic. It's not really like a mechanic that like they talk about, but a mechanic with aiming called bloom, which is just even when you're aiming down your gun, you're in other shooters, right? When you're aiming down, where your gun is aiming is where the gun is going to go. All the aiming down does in Fortnite is just tightens that spread. It doesn't actually like make it so like that's where the bullet is going to go. So it can come off a little disorienting when you're using one of those guns that goes into first person and has just that red dot sight, because it's not actually going to necessarily shoot right there based off the game's mechanics. It's still got like a little bit of spread. But besides that, just been playing a little bit more Fortnite and Elden Ring, which is probably a good transition over to Andrew.
Yeah, so this week I have delved into Elden Ring. I started it yesterday. Ursula had to hold my hand through a little bit of it.
Coach KU.
Yeah, you had to coach me up because I've never played a FromSoft game, and never any of the Souls games. So it's quite the experience so far. It's definitely different than most games I play. Like the thing I noticed right off the bat is like most games, and me and Ursula were talking about this yesterday, like are very like a lot of big games now are like very cinematic and narrative heavy, and like adjusting to like Elden Ring where there's basically like you just get the story from like talking to people and stuff. It's not like this huge narrative that you're like going around kind of just doing your own thing. The first part, I didn't even know there was a tutorial because the game never even told me there was a tutorial. I just was walking around aimlessly in this field. And then Ursula was like, oh, go back. There's like a tutorial you can like get used to. I was like, oh, I literally had zero tutorial. So it's kind of interesting playing a game that like, because when I was thinking of when people were comparing this like Breath of the Wild, I was thinking like, oh, like, like the little compass will have like a mark where you need to go next. But this game really just like throws your baby ass out in the wild and just says, figure it out, bitch.
Yeah.
Which is fine because since it has co-op, like, and I know Ursula has it and one of my friends at work has it too. So like if I get stuck, there's options. My goal is to beat it. So we'll see how far I get. I think I will. I've enjoyed the 2.5 or 3 hours I played so far. So
yeah, I just remember like I like woke up and I saw like your text and you're like, hey, this fucking sucks, and I was just like crack my knuckles. I was like, I gotta go in there.
Bro, I was getting like
Operation Teach Andrew
yesterday morning a little bit, and I was getting fucking destroyed, dude. I was like, I couldn't even like walk like across that like first part without just getting clapped. So I was like, I was like hit the red emergency, like break glass in emergency button, and had to pull in a cohort here.
Ursula, I need you. Calling it in.
I had to call in the
DEFCON 5
to come for some support. But I like it so far. I'm excited to get more hours into it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, just like, I kind of said this yesterday to Andrew, but it's just like, it's kind of like a new genre essentially. So it's just like, I would say, Andrew, like the moment where it might like really click for you is like when you beat that like first boss, like or not like the first story boss, but like just if you fight any boss just by yourself and you beat it. Because I feel like then you'll just be like, holy shit, that was nuts. Like even the boss we faced, like that's
the boss we faced is I do like, and that's like the only boss I've actually found besides the one in the tutorial, which is just like this standard dummy ass. But like I thought like the boss battle was cool. Like the bosses seem to have like a lot of cool mechanics that you have to figure out and figure out the timing and everything, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just it's always scary because like there's that yellow fog that you have to walk through, and whenever you come across that yellow fog, you're always just like, shiver me timbers, like what the fuck is about to be behind this fucking what monstrosity is about behind this thing.
I like it. I ended up getting gameplay for it, so I didn't have to pay full price for it. I'm just renting it. So we'll see. I was telling Ursula, like most games that I'm kind of iffy on, I give like a 10% rule where like if I get through 10% of the story and I'm not feeling it, I just move on. I feel like that's good, but I feel like for Elden Ring,
stinky.
Yeah, that was my Ghost of Tsushima moment, unfortunately. But for Elden Ring, since it's such a long game and it's like, it's got a fucking 97 on Metacritic. Like I decided this one I will give at least 20%. So I will get through at least a quarter of the story, or almost a quarter, before I make a decision. But I think Ursula helped me definitely made me like it more. So I don't
Yeah.
think that'll be a problem. But shout out Gamefly. And after this game, I will attempt to beat Cuphead. So
I like
I'm
how
just gonna have a rageful springtime.
I like how like I think Kirby was supposed to be like the first game you rented, and
Yeah.
it's just moved down the totem pole.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Man.
Maybe it'll be like a nice release after I finish Elden Ring or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Like, yeah, after playing Elden Ring, you just need something like Brain Dead.
Yeah.
Andrew is about to enter the upper echelon of gamers. A new echelon, a new era.
That's the goal, Bucko.
Yeah, John, now it's time for you to just download it off my account or
Dude,
something.
I would gladly do that. I would gladly do that and play it that way.
Run
Yeah.
trios on it. Trios on Elden Ring.
Trios.
Elden Ring has entered the fray in my rotation right next to Fortnite, and that's my rotation right now. So
That's a pretty
That's-
higher rotation.
That's my rotation too.
yeah.
I want to say Horizon's in my rotation, but I've played it. I've had it for a month and I played it for 5 hours. So I actually do need to play Horizon because that's the game I'm renting. Elden Ring is not. I have Elden Ring for as long as I want. So I literally like thought about that last night. I was like, okay, yeah, I actually need to like play this fucking game because
Speaking of Gamefly, I rented Kirby. So that should be coming either today or Monday.
So we'll
I'm
have a
excited to do
preliminary review from John next pod, maybe.
do you think
Probably.
do you think you'll just use it for Kirby or do you think you'll use it for something else?
I mean, if I can steal
Oh.
the Here Hard development game,
You
Here
should,
hard.
John, after with your timing, the perfect timing, you could throw Lego Star Wars in your queue.
oh, that's true. Doesn't it come out like April 15th though?
No, the 5th.
Oh, the 5th.
Yeah, not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after.
Get it on Switch and play in 20 FPS or PS5.
Get it on PS5. Don't be a bozo.
I thought you were tossing around the idea of getting it on the Switch.
If it runs good, but now that I have GameFly, I mean, I guess I could try it on the Switch. But
I just have like
I'll probably just
questions
get the
about
PS5.
I
I want
like questions
trophies. I
about
want
the-
trophies, baby.
Trophy.
the quality of the game just because it's been like in development hell for like it feels like for
Yeah,
2
and
years.
It
the
does
video,
look good though.
yeah, the videos they've shown,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure either off of the Series X or the PS5. So, like, if you want it to look hot, don't get the Switch version.
I never thought a Lego game could look so damn good.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
It does
fun.
look good.
I
Other than
remember
that,
watching the trailer, but damn, I gotta go rewatch that.
Yeah,
trailer.
they released a bunch of videos lately, like developer interviews that had gameplay and stuff. It looks really good.
I might make Elden Ring my paternity leave game. As long as our baby sleeps as much as everyone's saying that he will. 12.
Hey, if it's like me and
hours.
Tana, Casey might end up like Tana loves watching Elden Ring, so maybe she'll love watching you get your ass kicked.
I mean, she liked watching fucking Breath of the Wild, and that's really. I feel like watching that isn't as entertaining as a lot of games. So she'd probably enjoy watching Elden Ring a lot. It seems a lot more involved. Like a lot more happens. And she enjoyed Breath of the Wild and like nothing happens. You could avoid
Yeah.
all fighting if you want
Yeah.
until the
Yeah.
final boss.
The Elden Ring Diaries will continue next week.
Yes. Hopefully, I'll. The kind of
I'll
shitty
get
thing-
into it. I know I'll give it a chance.
The kind of shitty
can't
thing is
stop.
the timing of me starting it. I'm running 2 master's classes right now concurrently, so it
Yeah, dude,
kind of
that's
stretched
good.
for time. But when I have when I get downtime, that's or I guess when I get downtime and other people can't play Fortnite, I'll be on Elden Ring, or I'll just
That's
force
like-
everybody to play with me on Elden Ring. I'll just bully everybody.
Trios at Elden Ring.
Trios.
Yeah. Other than
Y'all
that,
will probably be finished with it by the time I get into it.
I won't be finished. I was almost thinking like if after like the 20% mark, if I really like it, I might just buy it so I can keep playing other games on my GameFly queue.
That's like one of the like things you have to like kind of like balance the GameFly is like if you're like not beating, if it's a really long game and you're not like beating it like within like a month, maybe 2 months, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
like then you're kind
Might
of
be
like,
just worth it to buy it.
yeah, exactly. That's why I just ended up buying Elden Ring. I was like, am I gonna beat this in like 1 month? Because like I'm also taking classes too, so I'm just like,
Yeah, I honestly might end up just buying it. I think I'll use my 20% rule to determine if I'm gonna buy it or keep game flying it.
I just
Because-
realized though, if I want to play it with like Ursel, I would have to gamefly it. Because
why?
if I download it off your account, it'll be like, oh, doesn't it do that thing where it's like, oh, you can't really?
No. What you'd have to do is you'd have to make my account the primary, or your PS5, my account's primary PS5.
Oh,
And then you could play it on your account.
then he owned you.
Yeah, because like I played like Modern Warfare and like Ghost of Tsushima and some other like stuff like with friends, and we're both like game sharing it or whatever.
oh,
But like you could like, and I mean the only game that the
That's
people,
a funny joke.
that is a
Nope.
funny joke that they
Mm.
allow and that they.
Mm.
which I
don't
mean
think
you
that's
could
anything.
you could genuinely like do it right after this podcast, like because the only game that the people on that use my PS5 play is Fortnite, and that's free to play. So like if my PS5 wasn't the primary console, then like it wouldn't really make a difference, I think.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. I'll
What
have
I'm
to
saying
try
is,
it
yeah, what I'm saying is you can literally download Elden Ring after this. Then we
Yes.
run trios.
Join us. We can run
Trios.
trios.
out. Man, I want to just beat Kirby this week though. I want to just hammer that out.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem, Bucko.
It really shouldn't. I have 2 hours of free time a day.
Why don't you just let
hammer it out.
like, if it's that short, you should just let like Andrew borrow it.
Yeah,
I
but if
probably
John wants to
will.
get Lego Star Wars, I don't want to make him. I don't want to make
No,
him wait
no,
on me.
no. You get games done in a day's work.
Well, not right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, not right now, yeah, but you got a lot going on.
He's not trying to... Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
nice shirt, dude.
Oh yeah, thank you. I saw a bug, so I had to move my. I don't even know how a bug would get in here. It's like 40 degrees out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because like on the podcast, John's like, yeah, do Elden Ring, definitely want to try it. And then when we're texting about it, John's like,
I mean,
dude's like got a like vendetta against this
Yeah,
game.
he's like Roblox
no.
better.
Roblox
I
better. 50% user drop off. Holy shit.
no, I meme on it. I said that post because I knew it was a shit post.
I didn't know it was a shit post at first. I literally
Really?
thought this guy was like mad.
No,
like,
I looked through the thread. I looked
see
through
that-
the thread.
But I
'cause
didn't
was
look
like,
through the
no
thread.
way.
I just saw your screenshot while I was working out, and I was
That-
like, "What is this
Oh.
tomfuckery that is being sent to my phone?"
Yeah.
I should have
that
shared
was-
a link.
That photo was like a double factor thing. It was like, okay, is this guy who tweeted this tweet serious?
Or is John
Or is he
thinking he's
or-
serious?
yeah, and like
Neither.
if that's serious or not, does John know is serious or not? Like I was like
No, I
double
knew.
thinking
I knew it was a shit post.
it. Yeah.
400,000 viewers is crazy. 500,000? That's still crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow,
So yeah. Long story
Miyazaki.
short, that was my week. I also watched our main topic. Don't view the sky.
I've never heard of that.
Podcasts and web shows are on the rise, and for good reason. They're great sources of entertainment and can be great listens in multitudes of situations like long drives or intense study sessions. Maybe, just maybe, you have an idea for a show or podcast that you want to put out into the world. Well, lucky for you, it's never been easier to jump into podcasting thanks to the wonderful people at Anchor.fm. Anchor takes care of most of the back-end work of podcasts. No more are the days of coordinating releases on multiple platforms, paying for a podcast hosting subscription to hold your RSS feed, or other hassles. Anchor sets up your podcast on all the major podcast platforms like Spotify and Apple automatically. They even provide sleek and easy-to-use editing tools that can be accessed from your phone or computer to get your podcast to the world through the path of least resistance. Anchor also matches you up with sponsors so that you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. and even gives you in-depth stats for your shows like total plays, regions of viewership, as well as what kind of devices your show is being listened on. Here's the best part about all of this. It's free. So what are you waiting for? Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. If you're ready to add your voice and vision to the mix, it's never been easier. And I highly recommend you go the way of Anchor.fm, just like the ControllerCast did. So here you go. Download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started. That's Anchor.fm.
But yeah.
All right, everybody. So now we will be starting on the main topic, a Netflix original movie directed by Adam McKay, the GOAT, some would say. Most would probably not.
Some might say it.
Some might say.
There are a few that might say it, but most people might not.
Yeah, the director of Anchorman and Step Brothers.
Oh yeah, there's some
Is he
real.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And The Big Short and Vice, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's actually
Okay, so he's batting at like he's got like a .23 batting average, right, or 2.30 batting average right now. So
that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
that's all right. He
In
also
MLB, that's not
he
bad.
also is directing that new like the Last Dance ripoff about the Lakers. It looks like so.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I keep
What
getting
is it
ads for
called?
that on HBO Max. I think it's called like Showtime Lakers or some shit like that.
It's called Showtime Lakers.
I don't know what it's called. I honestly have no idea. I just know it's a Lakers documentary.
Oh,
Anyways, the Best Picture nominee, Don't Look Up. Me and John watched it this week. Ursula has already watched it. You may be vaguely aware of the reviews around this movie if you looked at Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb or Letterboxd or literally any review.
stinky.
So this movie, you know what? I'll get you guys. What are you guys' general thoughts? Because I'll get mine first because I have some very fiery things about. Actually, not that fiery, but this movie, for all the hype that it got, it got nominated for Best Picture. This is like the longest SNL skit I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, and that's basically what I think of this movie. Like, I felt like a lot of the humor in it was like very forced and like slightly dry at times. I literally last night I was like, what can I even compare this fucking movie to? Because like I don't know how to accurately describe this, and then I was like, this feels just like a fucking SNL skit because. Like the obvious being aside, it trying to be a parody of like the real world political environment, like is already like a basis for like an SNL skit, just like trying to like mock current life. But there's just so much stuff in this movie that's just dumb as shit, doesn't belong in the movie. It fucks up the flow, and it's like we get it, dude. Like you're trying to make a funny movie, and I remember seeing this initially when it was announced. I was like, holy shit, like is this going to be a good fucking movie? Because like there's like Jennifer Lawrence, Leonardo DiCaprio, like so many fucking
all-star fucking cast.
Yeah, there's so many big name actors in this movie. And then they were like, oh, it's a comedy movie. And I was like, oh, fucking here we go again. Like you're adding on a bunch of non-comedians to do a fucking comedy movie. This will go fucking fantastic. But what are you guys? What John? What are your thoughts on it? Because I know you just saw it like I did.
Well, it's kind of funny that it is supposed to be a comedy because I thought it was pretty depressing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. And maybe it was depressing because it was kind of stinky. But I actually like it was just kind of stinky, just kind of. Because I saw the reviews for this and I was like, oh God, like I'm expecting a train wreck, but it was put together. It had a beginning and a middle and an end. No, I actually really
the bare minimum.
I didn't mind it, honestly. And I didn't really catch the whole comedic aspect. I didn't laugh. I don't think once throughout the entire movie.
I would agree with that. I don't even think I cracked a smile.
Which is hilarious because like when I was looking at it online and looking at some reviews, it was referred to as like a black comedy film. And I was like, yeah, I didn't think that at all. I definitely caught the, comparisons to the modern political environment and stuff. And I thought like the whole basis of the movie and this world-ending event and how like people would act, if this were actually happening, like to me, and this was the point of it, it seemed very accurate to how an extinction level event would go in today's society, which I actually thought was kind of cool, but cool is not hilarious. And it definitely, I didn't get the fucking point of it.
So did you think it was like a drama?
I almost did think it was a drama. I didn't really I didn't think it was funny at all. And it wasn't until like the ridiculous end credit scene that I was like, okay, like this movie obviously is not taking itself seriously, but there was a lot of like, there was some dramatic
the end credit scene. Yeah.
Dude, there were 2 end credit scenes. What the fuck? Why? Why?
And
These
why
are the
end
repercussions on
ridiculous?
human society of Marvel.
Yeah, dude, we don't need more end credit scenes. It's stupid. Like that's a Marvel thing, and we can keep it as that. I guess maybe Jonah Hill was the only character that I thought was funny at times, but otherwise I was like, this is probably exactly how shit would go if the world was ending. And I liked the political comparisons and stuff. I thought it was I guess humoring a little bit, but like I didn't fucking laugh. I definitely didn't laugh or chuckle, like Andrew said. But I didn't hate it. I really didn't hate it. Considering the reviews, I thought I was gonna like just be shitting on this movie this entire episode, but I didn't mind it. If it honestly took a step back on what it tried to do with the comedy and literally just made it dramatic, considering the actors that are in it too, which I thought did a good job, I think it could have been a really great end of the world movie. But no, they fumbled the bag a little bit trying to make it a comedy, which I didn't even catch until looking up reviews of it.
I just knew it was supposed to be a comedy. If I would have watched it, I would have been like, is this supposed to be funny? Like, what genre is this supposed to be in?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like,
what do you think, Ursel?
Yeah, because Ursula, you saw it a while ago.
Yeah, I saw when it came out, so about like 2-3 months ago. But I mean, the fact that John didn't even pick up on the fact that it's supposed to be a comedy, like that speaks volumes. But
I didn't look at
volumes about the movie or volumes about John.
Literally, I mean, like maybe I'm a jackass a little bit, but I only looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score and then I watched the movie. So.
I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe you might not think it's a comedy, but like, I feel like definitely at the end, by the end credits, it's probably like, yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, just I guess backing it up. So yeah, I was actually pretty excited for this movie. Like, I mean, because yeah, the cast is fucking stacked, bro. Like, DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, there's some Oppenheimer shit.
Yeah, this is like an Oppenheimer level. This is an Oppenheimer level cast, bro. But no, and I mean, I don't even remember the last movie I saw Jennifer Lawrence in. Like, she like fell off the face of the fucking earth for a few years.
Yeah.
But and then Timothy Chalamet, Tyler fucking Perry, Meryl Streep, Kate Blanchett, whatever. You can like keep going on. Jonah Hill,
yeah.
Jonah Hill, which I love. I actually love.
He's funny.
He was probably. Yeah, he was really.
Ariana
good.
Grande, Kid Cudi.
Yeah, like, Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that was a surprise.
The cast was stacked, and I mean Leonardo DiCaprio. He's always like pretty strict with like the roles he chooses. Like, you'll get a Leonardo DiCaprio movie like once every couple years, so it's always kind of like, I wouldn't say an event, but it's kind of like
an event.
I mean, for me, it's an event, but like I don't know if like the general populace is right now is like, holy shit, Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Well, actually, this movie like broke some like streaming records, I guess, but. Anyways, it's always kind of like noteworthy, at least, that whenever Leonardo DiCaprio is in a film, because the last one he was in was fucking Once Upon a Time, and so I was pretty excited. The only question mark about the whole thing was that it was directed by Adam McKay, which I like The Big Short. I thought that was actually a pretty good movie about like the 2008 like market crash. And I enjoyed Vice, but I was starting to be like, okay, this dude is like maybe like a little too far up his own ass with certain things in that film. And then this film, he went full like I'm up my own ass. Like I don't know, like okay, so like talk about the actual movie. Yeah, I don't really like this movie. Um, I thought it was fine after I just originally seen it, but like as time has gone on, I've just been like, oh, whenever I think about this fucking film, it's just like I don't think I never have like a positive view of it. Like mainly because Andrew, kind of like what you're saying, and what John you were saying, it's kind of like a mix of both, where it's just like this, yeah, this one joke that just keeps on going for like 2.5 hours, and it stops being funny long before that 2.5 hour mark hits.
Yeah,
Like
it had
It
me
was
like
long.
it had me
Yeah.
kept like pausing the movie to see how fucking far I was. I was like, okay, like let's like how far, like how much more of this do I gotta watch?
yeah, and especially the second half of this movie fucking drags.
Yeah, it's so bad.
And like I don't know if you guys feel the same, but like I feel like with the whole subplot about like the cellular company or like the tech company, which is clearly supposed to be stand-in for like Apple or Google or some shit like that. The dude's got like literally like the Steve Jobs outfit on, I'm pretty sure. But like Mark Rylance's character. But I felt like when the rocket fails and like that whole thing is a fucking bust, I felt like that was like probably like the natural conclusion of like where the story could have gone. But that's like halfway through the movie. And then the movie goes on for another hour. And I genuinely like the second half of this movie is just a blur to me. But like honestly, yeah, like the whole rockets, like okay, like literally like their pursuit of capitalism fucking fucked everyone over.
Yeah, like the rocket literally turns around. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, that
what the
didn't make
fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
It was so dumb. And if that was supposed to be funny, bruh,
Bruh, that was not funny
I
at
did
all.
not catch that.
I
I literally
just some
thought
shit
it was
where
like
they
a
were like,
2012 kind of movie.
Yeah,
like,
that was some shit where they were like, oh fuck, we have to like, we forgot to write like how the rockets get back to Earth after they like take off. They're like, oh, we'll just have them fucking turn around. Like, yeah, okay, we'll just make this big ass rocket just go whoop, and just make a fucking U-turn. I was like,
so
dude, what the like? Did you even think of this?
Yeah,
so
and the one like kind of just maybe I got like a small fucking grin out of that was
if any.
yeah,
I had to walk uphill both ways to just get this fucking grin.
yeah, was when like at the very start of the film they're like waiting for they're at the White House, they're waiting for Meryl Streep, the president or whatever, they're waiting for her, and essentially this general like brings them snacks, and he's like, yeah, they charge like an arm and a leg for these.
Yeah, and he
then
got him like $20 off of them.
Yeah, he got like $20 off of him, and then she like finds out that like they were free, and she's always like, why the fuck did he charge me for this? Like that's like the funniest thing that I can think of in this fucking movie. Like everything else like is just like literally like an SNL skit that just runs on for way too long.
Yeah, and speaking of like the characters, it's hard for me to like give credit to these actors for playing their characters well because the movie just sucks. So it's like I think Leonardo DiCaprio fit, like he was able to like do that role of like this like very socially awkward like fucking professor that like the only thing he can do is just teach people astrophysics, I guess.
The shaky ass fucking hands and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and like being like socially awkward shit. And like and I thought like I know her character is written this way, but I thought Jennifer Lawrence's character is like the most annoying fucking person like I've ever seen in a fucking
They
movie.
made her so hateable.
Yeah,
Bro,
I hate shut the fuck up.
Bro, I hated everyone in this fucking movie. There's not a single character that I was like rooting for. I feel
Yeah.
like.
No, there was not, because even
You're
Leonardo
right.
DiCaprio's character like this like stardom goes to his fucking head and he's like fucking this Fox News ripoff hoe, man. Like just like being on all these ads and shit.
Yeah, well, like, why did that subplot went nowhere? Like, he still
Yeah.
ended up with his family in the end. I guess that was when I caught that it was supposed to be comedic, is like his wife when he goes to her at the end and it's like, I want to spend, last day with my family. And she's
That's when
like,
you thought it was comedic?
well, no, because his wife was like, oh, well, I fucked this guy in college, so. And then Leo was just like, oh, like a shrug.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I actually did kind of laugh at that.
And then there's that, like, I guess that's like the other thing that drags this movie down. Like, okay, the fact that it's 2.5 hours, that's already like obnoxious because it's just this running, just one joke over and over again. But then like there's all these like extra subplots in the middle that add like nothing to the movie. Like the whole thing with like Timothy Chalamet and like his character.
And Timothy
with-
Chalamet.
All that did for me was highlight the fact that if the world was ending, you'd go and fling apparently with any fucking homeless person.
I thought Timothy Chalamet was like, he was awful playing whatever fucking character he was supposed to be. You can obviously tell he's never like hung out with people like that because it was so exaggerated and cringe. Like when they're going like grocery shopping and Leonardo DiCaprio's like, oh, well, let's get finger potatoes. He's like, I fucking love finger potatoes.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
dude,
finger potatoes.
You fucking idiot. Like,
yeah.
Like, did you think that was good execution there, or like, what are we doing, Paul?
Yeah, I just kept thinking of Dune.
Yeah,
I was thinking about Dune.
He was even dressed like he'd be in Dune a little bit.
The Freeman.
The Fremen.
Oh yeah, the Fremen.
The Fremen.
It's great that we're reviewing this movie right before the Oscars because we reviewed probably the best picture nominee, and now we're reviewing probably the worst best picture nominee.
And we also
Timothy Chalamet.
We also reviewed
a
snubbed ass movie, No Way Home, which is probably one of the best movies of the year along with Dune. Easily actually. But no one will put a superhero movie up there.
Black Panther.
Yeah. One of the mid Marvel movies.
Yeah,
mid Marvel movie.
Point. I don't want to dig this movie back out.
well, like, but yeah, just kind of like talking about like, yeah, none of the characters. Is there like the one character you can maybe like? I feel like is maybe Dr. Randall Mindy, because it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
He did a good job, honestly.
Yeah,
he did a good job, and I like his scenery.
How about
just
that
like
beard? Leo's
the beard you want.
This movie is strong as shit.
Here, move your head.
That's a strong beard over that double chin. Leo's gotten a little fat.
Jesus, yeah, he looks like he looks like fucking Megamind, bro. With
and
that
everyone thinks he's like super hot and shit, and he's just like fucking everybody.
Yeah,
mainly just Kate Blanchett's character.
I guess that was like that was actually a funny joke too. I'll say is like that everyone just wants to like fuck him. I guess.
Tell me that we're gonna die.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tell me that we're gonna. Yeah. I guess talking about it is a dumbass comedy. Now that we're really talking about it, I'm like, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm the idiot for not catching that. But it easily could have been. I really think they could have just not went that route and had it be dramatic, and it actually might have been good. And they still could have shit on our political beliefs as a society. At the same time.
I think them going like the comedy route was like good in that sense that like it made everyone aware of like how obnoxious like because like you said, John, like this like how people might act if the world is actually ending, and making it
27% of people don't believe the comet is
this is like
real.
that TikTok sound. It's like I won't name them by names, but those kind of people, they're like, wait, is this fucking play about us? Like
people that think
like, bro, how could you watch this and not be like, oh god, like I do this, bro?
Yeah,
if you're those people.
Well, it's funny because but like I think it was good that they made a comedy because it makes it very aware of how ridiculous like some of these like real world parallels are and like how people act. I actually think if it was a drama, it'd probably like go over people's heads because people are stupid as fuck.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They don't have the IQ that the controller cast possesses.
Yeah, because we're so fucking smart.
But even like
Yeah.
People will really, but like even with this film, like people will really pick and choose what they decide to walk away with this film. Because I have seen people talk about how like, oh, the people don't even think the comet is real, and then I'll see other people talking about like, oh, how this movie like puts the media on blast. Like like people will choose very specific things.
Everything on blast.
Yeah, and actually that's what I think about like certain movies like this, like that are like very obvious like parodies of like real world issues and things like that. How I don't know if you guys have like another example of this. I have a couple where like there's a movie like this that comes out and it's very obvious with its message, right? Or like very obvious with its intent, and people will still walk away with it like with something completely different. Like I'm just gonna use an example, and I know like it's not gonna really register maybe with you guys. There's this Bollywood movie actually that came out a few years ago.
Besharam?
Oh, I was gonna say Besharam.
Not
The only Bollywood movie we've watched.
That's the only one I've ever seen.
But yeah, not
Taken
Besharam.
from us too early by Netflix.
I love Besharam.
But it's this movie called PK, and it was essentially about this alien that comes to Earth, and it's supposed to be kind of like a dramedy, but he comes to Earth, and because he's not from Earth, like he's like viewing all these but when he comes to Earth, he views like all the like religious stuff as like completely stupid. Like it doesn't make any sense to him because like he's not from Earth, and like all these people. Pretty much like the message, without going into the whole plot of the film, like the message of the movie is that like religion is like stupid, I guess, right? But like then like my mom, right? Like for example, she like walks away from that film and is like, because the movie's set in India, she thinks like they're only talking about like the movie's only focus is meant to criticize like Hinduism, and I'm just like, yeah, like. So like pretty much like how like you can be like so blunt about it, and people like I pretty much what I'm trying to say is like you can be obnoxiously blunt about things like this and people will still not get it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of sad that I didn't realize it was a comedy, but it's just so unfunny. But
I wasn't talking about you.
Unfunny.
No, yeah, I know, but I still at least walked away with the message that like the capitalism messages and the politics in general, and just how people don't believe science, like.
Yeah, and I know like Leonardo DiCaprio, he was talking about like it was funny that he went on some fucking YouTube video and had to explain what the movie is about because like, wow.
I think one of
the what?
He like went on YouTube and was like had this like 5-minute clip where he was like, yeah, so like the message of this movie is supposed to be a parallel about like climate change and like the declination of like science. Like he had to like explain it, and I'm like, bro, come on, this is like the most like obnoxiously like in your face film ever. Like, why do you have to explain this?
Exactly.
But he was talking about how the original intent was for it to be a parallel to climate change, but then with recent events in society, that parallel can open up to general declination of science.
Opens up to like COVID stuff, like anything where people deny the existence of science.
Yeah, and I think like this movie, like the thing that made it feel like a fucking SNL skit is when they would like randomly clip in like real life like nature videos like in the movie, and I'd be like, what the fuck, what the I'd be like, what, like, why the fuck are these like random like stock videos of like birds and like bears and shit like clipped? That's what made it feel like an SNL skit, because it was like oh, we have to like show that there's other life that depends on this, and like let's just find some stock images and throw it in the fucking movie, like in the middle of this like long dialogue. I'm like, what the
It was
like,
so
and also like the fucking like shit cherry on top of the comedy of this fucking movie is like right at the end when Meryl Streep like calls Leonardo DiCaprio's house and is like, we have an extra spot for you, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be with my family, have fun with your son, and then she puts the phone down, she's like, oh shit. I was like, oh my god, dude, are you fucking kidding? Like,
yeah,
what
the end of
is
this movie's terrible.
It's
Terrible,
so
terrible.
fucking
But it's like that's the thing. It's like it's not even fucking funny. It's just infuriating. It's
yeah,
just
I'm
like
like, what the fuck is when they're eating dinner in the one Oglethorpe guy is like, yeah, I really like store-bought apple pie. I was like, what the fuck is this in the
That was like
movie?
his
This
last
is bullshit.
words.
His last words were that he likes
I
store-bought
prefer
apple
the
pie.
I prefer the store bought to homemade.
And everybody just like looks at him with a blank fucking stare, and I'm like, what the fuck? How
Yeah.
did they like do this? How did they like do that scene? And they're like, good job. Everybody
like
did
kind of
great.
So
like that's
fucking dumb.
well, like Andrew, like you talk about how like I don't know if this is probably the case or not, but like like that the fact that it's a comedy movie and like all these are like kind of like drama focused actors, whatever. Like the only character I feel like that gets away with being fucking infuriating in this film is Jonah Hill, the one guy who has like genuine comedy experience. Like his character is also a fucking idiot, but like he's the only one where I was just like, okay, yeah, it's Jonah Hill. Like
you can tell that him compared to everybody else has actual comedy experience, because his
Meryl
character
Streep was okay.
might be written pretty.
Oh, I thought Meryl Streep was like the worst example. I fucking hated
Really?
Meryl Streep in this fucking film, dude. I wish I could like take her character and like strangle her.
I hated her last appearances. Jennifer Lawrence, I thought, did a really bad job and was the most like hated, like
the
hateable
worst.
person.
That was, I don't know if it
And
was
I
because
love
her character was
J-Lo.
written like that, but
I
she
love
did an
J-Lo.
awful job. I was like, Jesus,
Yeah.
dude, this sucks.
Whoever wrote her character did a terrible, terrible job. Like, I don't know if I know she's not really necessarily supposed to be liked, but God,
I don't even remember why is it that like she gets clowned on?
Because she goes on that TV show and like has like a panic attack and like
she's like, "We're gonna you fucking get it?
Yeah,
the world's gonna end. You're all gonna die." And
Yeah.
everyone just memes on her and like
and then her boyfriend breaks up with her. The fucking god damn it, what other movie is that dude in? That dude seems to be popping up in like all
Tenet.
these yeah, Tenet.
Oh, he is
when
in
they do the
Tenet.
airplane scene.
Yeah.
Nash Patel.
He's also in that Beatles film yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. I did see that movie. That movie kind of sucked, but yeah, I mean, anyways, I mean, I don't know if
I thought Ariana Grande was probably the funniest with her song.
Like, I thought that shit was so cringe.
Dumb.
Yo, dude, I literally skipped that. I literally went on Netflix and scrolled until I didn't see that on there. I was like, this fucking sucks. And it was funny though, like when I saw Kid Cudi come off, I was like, wait, is that fucking Kid Cudi? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, is it? I didn't
The funny thing about the Kid Cudi thing is like, bro, they were like gassing up his like, or not gassing it up, but like he was like prominently featured in like the cast billing, like Scott Miscuddy.
He's in there for like 2.5 minutes total, bro.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I don't know if I mentioned it, I saw this A24 horror film like a week ago called X, and he's actually a prominent character in that film, and he is fucking hilarious in that film. Like he's actually like a great actor.
Wait, did you see that in theaters? Did that movie just come out?
Yeah, I watched it in theaters.
I saw the preview for it when I went to see No Way Home, I think.
Yeah, he's actually like a prominently featured character in that film, and in that film he's actually really, really funny. So he can act.
I like Kid Cudi. I think.
Yeah, Kid Cudi's awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's like barely in this movie, but also like fucking dude's name is DJ Cello.
Cello. And like his fucking music automatically downloads or gets bought on people's fucking like iTunes or whatever, and everybody's like, where the fuck did this song come from, man? I was like, why'd they put that in there?
Yeah, like you're really you're doing a callback to the U2 scandal, bro. The fucking U2.
Bro, that was like fucking like 10 years ago already. Like, get the fuck out of here.
We're gonna give everybody the new U2 album. What a dark time in fucking technology. And you couldn't delete it off your phone. So every fucking 10 songs, you'd hear a song from that album and be like, what the hell is this?
I know, dude. Literally, like whenever I put my phone on like shuffle, all my songs, some of that shit always comes up.
You didn't delete it from your libribary?
I don't think I ever did.
Oh, I deleted it. I definitely deleted it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that shit since since they let you delete it. I've never listened to that fucking album.
But like, even like, there's so many. Like, the more we talk about this film, the more it comes in my head. Like, why the fuck was this in this movie? Like,
the more we talk about it, the more I dislike it. Actually,
like the whole literally the Ariana Grande's fucking and the Riley Bina and DJ Cello fucking subplot that takes up like 10 minutes of this film. Like why is that he like cheated on her, but then he's gonna fucking like propose to her, and then they're gonna do a song. It's like, is there some contractual obligation you have with like Ariana Grande that she has to like make a song for this and have a scene where she performs it in the movie? Like,
I'm sure there was.
Yeah,
there had to.
Like, I love Ariana Grande, but I don't want her to be in a fucking movie like that takes up like 10 minutes of the fucking film, and there's like 10-minute subplots in this film that could just be fucking removed. And the only reason they're there is to like add fucking point, like just run up the runtime. Like run up the runtime essentially. Because if you take away all the bullshit in this film has like an hour's worth maybe of like actual like material to like dig out of its like main plot. And none of the subplots are funny.
What a shitty Oscar ballot this year.
Yeah, Jesus. If this movie made it on there, fuck me.
Yeah, literally.
And this actually been like the movie where I've been like, I feel like it's been like the ultimate hallmark of like why, or like that there's like something faulty, even with the Oscars, you know? Because it's like, bro, the only reason this movie is nominated for Best Picture is because of the who's on the cast.
The fucking funny part about this movie being directed by Adam McKay is I literally, until I looked him up, I thought I got Adam Scott and Adam McKay mixed up. So I thought like the dude from Parks and Rec was directing this. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this fucking... What is he doing, bro?
He's directing some of the best names in acting.
Yeah, I was like, how did he become a fucking huge director? And then I was like, oh wait, different person.
Why is this a comedy, dude? Literally, why? Don't have non-comedy actors in a comedy. This is a great example of it.
Do you?
I don't think it's always an example. Like, I feel like Wolf of Wall Street is fucking hilarious, you know, and like Leo is great in that, but like it's
he is, but
the content in that movie is like supposed to be like in your face. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know why the fuck this movie just sucked ass like that.
maybe this was Leonardo DiCaprio's like, he's like, I'm gonna do one cheat movie, one bad movie in my career. Why not?
He has to throw a fucking stinker.
Yeah, but he also made, I guess he has like a quota for like one a decade because Great Gatsby sucked ass.
Oh yeah, true.
That movie sucked ass, bro.
Worse than this, I think. Yeah. Worse than this. That was a shitty movie.
Oh god, the camera work in that movie is so fucking awful.
The directing is so
I remember watching that at school and being like, I hope everyone realizes that this movie is not like that was a movie that I was like, I bet people are gonna walk out of this thinking it's fucking amazing. Like in our class.
Leo is in it.
Because Leo's in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the fucking simpleton fucks that watched it with us.
Yeah. And I was watching it and I was like looking left to right, like this movie's fucking stinky.
I feel like when I watched Great Gatsby, I got fucking like mental whiplash from how fucking like
camera work is terrible.
The camera work's terrible, and it's just like the whole movie is just like jumps around so fucking much.
The best way I could describe that movie, it's like it feels like it's going. The camera speed is at like it's like at 1.25 speed.
Yeah,
it's like
a little. Yeah, it's not like too fast, but it's just like enough to be like this. Something's fucking wrong with this.
Yeah, like it's
fucking
like,
bad.
It's like it's literally like those.
It looks like it's directed by two different people at the time.
Like literally. They had two different cameramen from two different angles, and they like spliced it together.
No, yeah, literally two different people directed the same movie and mushed it together.
It's got like the camera work of like a shitpost, but it's like trying to be a serious film.
It's like literally is like It looks like a fucking YouTube like supercut of like awkward moments in like different movies, just like all like the scene where they're like in the fucking apartment and it's like hot as fuck and the like fans like barely working and he's like fucking slamming, getting pissed off, and I'm like, what? You're looking at the window, then you're looking at Leo's like fucking glass, and you're looking at his fucking tomato face. And then
Yeah,
you're
and then
looking at
that scene at the
fan
end,
moving. I'm like, what
the
the
scene
fuck?
at the end where he like screams at that dude. He's like,
I feel like
Bill, real.
at least this wasn't as shittily directed. Not quite as shittily.
And one more great
Not
Gatsby thing.
visually,
I
anyway.
hate that every Twitter and Instagram or whatever simp fucking uses that dumb fucking scene from the movie where it's like, "Will you still love me when I'm
Yeah, no
young and
longer young and
beautiful?"
beautiful.
No, you
like-
always see the wait, is that the one where the fireworks all go off? And because I always see the gif where he has like the glass and he's like,
Yeah,
like, people use that the fuck out
Yeah.
of that.
People do.
God damn, fuck the Great Gatsby.
Well,
That
there's a
movie
little
sucks
Great
ass.
Gatsby
Just like
review.
this fucking movie.
Yeah.
This movie fucking sucks.
Great Gatsby gets a 3 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, does this film like what do you? I guess I was kind of delved into it, but like, what do you think about this film being Best Picture nominated?
A stinker. What the
I
fuck were they
can't. I
thinking?
can't believe it. I think it's just honestly, it speaks to the fact that this shit.
I think
is
Netflix
just, like,
paid off the Screen Actors Guild.
No, I think any movie with Meryl Streep is automatically it needs to be in the nomination. Every year, Meryl Streep has a shitty movie that is nominated for Best Picture. I can't remember.
She has like 20. She has like 20 Oscar nominations.
Yeah,
How many wins though?
probably like 2.
Like 3 or 4, I think. But she's like she has like by far the like most amount of Oscar nominations. Like every film she like does, she gets like maybe this is the first one that didn't, but like almost every movie she's in, she gets like nominated for an Oscar.
Bruh. Yeah.
She has some dirt. She has some dirt on the Academy.
Yeah, dude, straight up, because she gets a nom every single year.
But like
she's in
it's kind of like this year at the Oscars, particularly because it wasn't like the strongest year in general. I feel like
it was
I don't know,
probably it was a shitty year for movies.
but it's just interesting because it's like almost like when you're doing like Oscar predictions, you almost have to like rewire your fucking like brain to think of like how the Oscars are gonna like fucking think about it and nominate stuff, because
You
this
gotta
happens,
think
like-
of all the 6 out of 10s for the year and put them in the
well,
list.
because it's just like there's like Oscar bait criteria, you know, like, oh, is it a biopic? Probably going to get nominated for Best Picture. What did it have? This person direct it? Probably going to get nominated for Best Picture. Does it have this in the this cast? Probably going to get, as opposed to looking into like the actual merit of the film. Like, I mean, if you look at like out of the movies that have been nominated for Best Picture, genuinely, like out of the 10 that have been nominated, I guarantee you, if you ask most people that are like film buffs and critics and things like that, I guarantee you, if you ask them what their favorite movie is out of those 10, most would probably say Dune.
Yeah.
You know? But guess what? Dune is not going to win Best Picture.
No, it won't. I
It
guarantee
won't.
it won't.
Yeah, Dune is not going to win. I would be shocked if it won Best Picture, but it's not.
It
And
won't.
Oh god, it's gonna be
yeah.
fucking West Side Story or some bullshit.
It's gonna
like
be
that.
no, bro. Watch it be. Don't look up. Just because Meryl Streep is in it,
yeah.
or Licorice Pizza because it's got the most edgy name, the most weird name.
Licorice Pizza was not good. I've seen like half of the Best Picture films, and the only one that I've seen 5 of them, and the only one out of the 5 that I actually thought was a good film was Dune. The other ones,
No,
I genuinely
actually,
thought,
I forgot that Nightmare Alley is directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh,
so
no,
that'll
no.
fucking win.
I actually thought Nightmare Alley was good, but like that's probably like the second. But the other, like, I saw Power of the Dog, which is the front runner for Best Picture. That film is just dumb. Like, it's not. It just ends.
Is that the
like,
one
there's
with
like no.
with Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah, it's just like it's just this random series of events, and then right when you think something's about to happen, like it's building up to a climax, the film just ends, and you're just like, what?
Oh
Like, huh?
yeah.
You said wait, did you say Drive My Car was good?
I haven't seen Drive My Car, but I've
Oh,
heard
I
it's
thought
good.
you said you watched it.
I wanted to. It's on HBO Max.
Oh,
Is it a
okay.
Beatles movie?
It's 3 hours long. It's a pretty long movie. It's a Japanese
yeah.
movie.
It's Japanese or South Korean or something. I've heard Coda. That's on Apple TV, and then I think King Richard That's like on Disney. King Richard's on HBO Max, and then I think West Side Story's on Disney Plus. So all these are like on streaming somewhere.
Will Smith is. Oh my god.
Yeah, and
I
actually,
need to
Will
watch
Smith,
some of these movies.
Will Smith is actually the front runner, like for Best Actor. Will Smith and Andrew Garfield. Funny enough.
Tick tick
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, but anyways, like I was saying, No Way Home should have been one of the 10 nominated. because
Yeah,
some
Not
movies-
this
for
stinking.
sure. Come
Not
on.
this movie, bro.
Dude, No Way Home is the best movie of 21, and it only didn't get nominated because it's a superhero film.
Yeah,
The only reason, and it was the most groundbreaking fucking movie that we've seen in like years, and they just were like, nope, fuck that. We don't like it. It doesn't have Meryl Streep in it. And it
Yeah.
doesn't have an edgy name like fucking Licorice Pizza.
yeah. Like I
Fried
feel
green
like,
tomatoes, licorice pizza. It's got to have a weird fucking name. It's got to
but
have
pretty
Meryl
much, yeah.
Streep in it.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
point-
because what was the movie? Well, I guess I heard it was. I've seen it. It's pretty good. But Peanut Butter Falcon has just like a fucking weird ass name.
It's got to have like food in its name.
Yeah, but pretty much my point was like I feel like when they choose like the Oscar nominations, it's them going off of some sort of checklist or criteria as opposed to looking at like the merit of the film.
Yeah. Or like what film had the most effect, or like maybe the most, I don't know, highest numbers. Like they just
No,
look
they
at
don't
the-
even. If a movie is like more popular, that's gonna hurt the film. Like at the
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Seriously.
No Way Home. Fuck, it was
Like-
the most popular film since Endgame.
Well, like
Yeah.
the whole fucking Moonlight La La Land thing. La La Land was infinitely more popular, and I thought it was a better movie than Moonlight, personally.
I did too. I thought La La Land was better than Moonlight.
I hate the
Moonlight was
Academy,
all right.
dude.
Moonlight was all right. I liked the story in it, but I thought La La Land was better than Moonlight.
I don't know
Yeah.
who's on these boards for like the Oscars and like for music, like the Grammys and shit, but they're all terrible.
Yeah, and
The
what
only time I
that
thought
one movie. What was that one movie that won like a couple years ago? Like Green.
Green
Fried
Book-
green tomatoes. I've heard that's really good actually.
No, like it's like the
Fried
Green
green
Book or
tomato.
some shit
Yeah,
like
fried
that.
green tomatoes. I don't know.
Green Book. Are you shitposting? I can't tell.
What about fried green
Fried-
tomatoes?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes?
What?
Are you sure you're not talking about Green Book? Are you talking about Green Book?
No, I'm talking about fried green tomatoes. Let me see.
Fried
see.
Green Tomatoes has a 74 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 60 on Metacritic.
It also came out in 1991,
No, they redid it. I swear they redid it.
and it has. Does that have
Am
Meryl
I-
Streep in it?
Am I thinking probably? Am I thinking of something completely different? You
I
might be
think
right.
you are.
I don't know.
I think
I
you
agree.
are.
Well, we were talking about Green Book.
Yeah, I was thinking of Green Book. Yeah.
Green Book.
Oh,
Oh, it
no,
does.
don't-
It totally does have Meryl Streep in it.
It does
the
not.
one.
I'm looking at the cast list right now.
It was nominated for 2 Oscars: Best Supporting Actress and Best Adapted Screenplay.
Well, there we go.
All right. Should we get into our rating? Should we get back to the movie we were talking about and get
The
to
only
that?
time-
It's
the
so
only-
bad.
The only time the Oscars got it right for Best Picture in like the last like 12 years. Actually, no, I'll say 12 Years a Slave. They got it right with that one. But Parasite in like 12 Years a Slave. Those
Oh,
are, like, the
yeah,
2 times
Parasite
it's
did actually deserve it because that was that's
That was a good movie.
such a good fucking movie.
And Social Network. Damn it, Social Network should be King's Speech.
Yeah, Yeah, I saw that. It was like
Inception
never
should have been
forget.
King's Speech, bro. Inception, Social Network. That was a stacked fucking year.
2010, right?
And King's Speech won. Who gives a fuck about King's Speech?
Never seen it. I've never fucking seen it.
It's literally just about fucking King, whatever the fuck, having a speech impediment. And you're telling me you're gonna give that over the
Wait, are you
Facebook
serious?
movie?
That's what that movie's about.
Yeah, it's about
It's
some dude
probably
trying to.
some fucking. Oh, it has some social Activision in it. Gotta make it
Activision?
the top.
Is Hurt Locker good? Because Hurt Locker beat out
Hurt Locker's
fucking Blindside and Glorious Bastards and Avatar that year.
King. Well, Avatar sucks ass. But Hurt Locker is actually a great film. Hurt Locker is actually-
Avatar. Name one character from Avatar Challenge.
Avatar.
Avatar.
Oh, Jake Sully, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you had to like wait like 30 seconds to fucking think of what it
You had to
was.
make a quick Google
Yeah,
search.
yeah. It's not like I Googled it.
Oh my
Don't look
god.
up. What a movie.
What a movie. All right, John, give us your final thoughts and review on this one.
Well, obviously I missed the fucking point of this. I mean, I didn't miss the point, but I definitely didn't catch the comedic factor of it until we really started diving into it, and I looked some stuff up. But I mean, to be honest, I did enjoy Leo's performance. I thought he was pretty decent as a scientist. The movie itself, the more we talked about it, I actually walked out of this not hating it. But the more we've talked about it, the more I hate it. Like, it's not funny. It's supposed to be. I do think that the messages of the film are worth, worth something. And I mean, anyone that needs the message is probably either not going to watch this though, or they're not going to fucking get it. So I don't know. I feel like this movie was completely pointless at the end of the day. I thought, Jennifer Lawrence and Leo, they did a good job as the lead cast, the main two, but their characters were not very likable, which is fine, I guess. But the movie was just not good. Like, it's not funny at all. Really, the subplots are terrible. None of them go anywhere. They're all dumb, and they all get blown up. Like, the subplots are all like resolved by the dumbest one-liner. And I mean, I didn't laugh. I maybe laughed once or twice in the whole movie, but yeah, I mean, and those end credit scenes just really put the poopy cherry on top for this movie. And yeah,
What a stupid
like,
end credit scene.
so dumb. Like, I do like the messages that it poses and that it puts up there, but
I honestly did not even
that-
see the end credit scene. Once I saw the credits start rolling, I circle.
John, you should
Get the fuck out
John,
of here.
you should explain the end credit scene to Andrew.
so
It's so ridiculous. Like,
So the dude for Bash Cellular, the like CEO, Meryl Streep, and some other naked individuals, they show up on this planet that looks so pretty. It actually looks pretty shitty. Like that CGI was terrible. But they show up on this planet together and they're like, oh, we're gonna like recreate a society from society's shittiest individuals. And they just start getting attacked by, what are they called? Like fucking I want
horse
to say
people.
Bulbasaurs.
What the
Well,
fuck?
like, you know how the Bash Cellular guy had that? He's like, I can predict your death. With
Oh,
99.9% accuracy through algorithms, and it sounds like you're gonna die from a Bulbasaur, whatever that is. And then yeah, she gets eaten at the end by some fucking dinosaur-looking ass thing.
what a fucking waste.
So that
Jesus.
happened, and then it shows Jonah Hill at the end surviving, I guess, a meteor hitting Earth, and he's just under a little bit of rubble. Apparently, he fucking survives.
Jonah Hill.
Jackass shit, and he's like trying to call someone, or he is on the
He's trying to
phone.
call his mom, right?
I don't remember who he's trying to call, but he says another forgettable one-liner. Like,
Seems to be a trend with this movie.
The only thing that's memorable is honestly how bad it is. None of the subplots are memorable at all, unless you can remember the actors that are in the movie. And the overarching plot is it. Like, I don't know. It's just, I didn't hate it coming out of it. I thought maybe it could have been a good drama, to be honest, if they just pulled back like half of the movie. But yeah, it wasn't funny. Could have been okay. All-star cast. They did a decent job, but whoever did the writing for this did a terrible job. With that, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. I was going into this thinking a 6.5, but the more we talked about it, it just lowered my score. 5. Solid 5. Pretty stinky. What about you, Ursel?
Yeah, so John, kind of going off some of what you said. I think I appreciate the message, I guess, of this film, but like also like if you're the target, like who this film is aiming at, you're not gonna like watch. First, yeah, you probably aren't even watching the movie, right? And then second, you're probably gonna like a movie like this or something like this is not gonna change someone's opinion about something this deep rooted, and they'll just pick and choose what they want to take away from it. Like literally, people, oh, I actually really like this movie because it puts the media on blast. Well, what about the other parts, buddy? It's like it's just like people are so selective with their fucking memories. So it just comes off as something that's like super echo chambery, with like amongst the people who are watching this film, and it's just like, hey, let's just dunk on the people that we're trying to shit on, and I'm not like offended by this film or anything. There's some, I know I've seen some stupid narrative that like if you don't like this movie, this movie came at you and like went after you, and that's why you don't like it. No, I don't like this movie because one, it's not funny. It's a comedy and it's not funny. It has 10,000 subplots that don't go anywhere. And the message that it makes within the first like 30 minutes. And then you have another 2 hours of a film that is fucking boring as fuck, not funny, and cringe. It's cringe.
It is cringe. That's a good word for it.
Literally the best way to put it. And I mean, if you want, maybe it's worth checking out just because of the cast. Like the star power on display is like pretty great. Or you could wait for Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
If you really want to see an all-star cast, Josh Peck. Yeah.
Josh Peck. Hey, don't be talking smack on Josh Peck.
No, I love Josh Peck.
Who isn't going to be an Oppenheimer? That's the question.
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo's not.
Oh shit! I was actually kidding. I thought he might have been.
But yeah, no, this film is just not funny. It's infuriating. The message, I agree with the message. I just don't think anything else really lands in its delivery or anything else. But I'd say, like, it's got a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
It does have that. Thank God it has an end.
Like you can you can like follow the movie. The performances are not anyone's best, but like people are doing the best with what they're given. So yeah, I'd probably give it like, this one of those films where I have to almost kind of check like what I've given other movies. I'm gonna get
sure you're not comparing it to something like more stinky or less stinky.
Yeah, my review sticks. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I think it's like just teetering to the point to like where it's just like kind of bad. It's not average, it's like below average. And I think like if these performances and the all-star cast was in there, it'd probably be like a 3.5 or something like that.
It would pretty much be a Sharknado situation if it didn't have such an all-star cast.
Let there be carnage.
Let there be
Venom.
carnage situation.
This is the sequel to Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, yeah, I'll finish it up with my thoughts. It's just, this movie is just such a meh fucking movie. Like it like you said, John, it has a beginning, a middle, and thank fuck it has an end.
Thank fuck it does.
It's just like, oh, why get this all-star cast together to put together such a fucking stinker of a movie? And like I said earlier, to me it just feels like like you said, Ursula, I agree with the message, and I think a lot of people that like this movie this movie may be targeting didn't get it, which is kind of funny in my opinion. Like, that's the true comedy of this movie, not the actual fucking movie.
The fact that everyone it's directed at won't see it or won't get it.
Yeah. But like I said, it just feels like a fucking like 2.5 hour long SNL skit. It just fucking stinks, man. And I didn't see the end credit scene, and because I exited out of that shit as fast as I could. Once I saw those end credits hit, I was like, thank God I've been released. You know, the fucking promised land is here. I don't have to watch this fucking movie. But yeah, this movie just sucked, and the fact that it's in the Oscars just strips credibility away from the Oscars. Adam McKay, figure yourself out, brother, because Jesus Christ, what the fuck was this, man?
Bro, please tell me that. Okay, I need to make sure this dude did not get nominated for like best director or anything for this film.
Oh, and I looked up. He directed the first episode of Winning Time, the story of the Lakers, and Jonah Hill actually directed the second episode, so that's kind of funny.
Interesting.
Okay, thank God he wasn't nominated for best director.
Okay, maybe some credibility can go back to the Oscars, but nonetheless, this movie stinks. Fuck Netflix for shoving this shit in my face for months every time I open the app. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 as well. So that brings our average to a 4.8, which besides Venom is probably the lowest rating we've given in a while.
I think it's one of the lowest.
I mean,
4.8, best picture worthy, bro.
This movie just fucking stinks, dude. Just if you're listening to this and haven't seen it, don't fucking waste your time.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones was lower. Let There Be Carnage still stands as our lowest score.
Maybe if we review a particular movie.
Okay, we all need to see Morbius, dude. Come on, please. I'm begging you guys. I will download and play fucking Elden Ring today if everyone agrees.
Oh my God.
But do we want to waste our hard-earned money on Jared
When does this film
Leto?
come out? When does the film come
Yeah,
out?
why would we waste our money
Next
on
week?
next Friday or Thursday?
Yeah. April 1st, technically.
Yeah,
it's an
'cause it's a
April
fucking
Fool's
joke.
Day film.
Yeah, it's an April Fool's joke.
Oh, that's funny.
Damn, bro. Goddamn. Retweet if you're a real moron.
The Morbius verse.
The Morpheus verse. All right. So that's our episode. Don't look up. I don't look at the fucking screen and watch this. Is our general consensus, because goddamn. All right. So there we go. If you've been listening for a while, we finally reviewed a stinker. So now we'll go back to reviewing like 6 Oscar winners in a row, and then we'll maybe review Morbius down the road. But you know, you could
look forward to that.
We could take that $11 in Morbius ticket, and John, you could spend it on V-Bucks instead. So
that's a good point. Maybe we don't go see the shittiest movie of the year. Before it even came out, everyone's saying it's the shittiest movie ever made.
It's so shitty that it's being praised. People are championing this fucking film.
I think next episode we might have to review We Crashed, another Jared Leto masterpiece.
We crashed. We fucking crashed.
We cannot escape Jared Leto.
When are we going to get a solo Joker movie with Jared Leto as the star? When? This is what we need as a society.
You know what would have made Joker 2019 better? Instead of Joaquin Phoenix, it was Jared Leto.
Yeah. Oh,
why didn't they cast Jared Leto as the Batman? Why couldn't we have the Let Man?
The Leto man.
All right. Anyways, everybody, if you made it this far, thank you for listening. We appreciate it as always. Episode 46. We are very, very close to 50. We are in roundup territory right now. So next week, shit might just be a surprise. We don't even really know what we're going to review next week.
Yeah,
Morbius.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned
Adios.
to the social channels. All right. This is Andrew signing off.
John signing off.
Peace.